Sorry, the flip side is the sort of tweets that have been coming out from that mob about, oh, we've got to hunt down all the Trump supporters. We've got to...
You're going to have a list.
They've got
list.
Exactly. Tell us about that.
Well, so, I mean, I absolutely love this. This is so, you scratch a liberal and you find an authoritarian. This whole thing has just revealed the authoritarian fascist instincts of the hard left. They spent 4 years saying, oh, Trump's an authoritarian, Trump's a fascist, blah, blah, blah. And all of that. I mean, you see people out there on the streets today like they were in Paris and they've just been liberated. Liberated from what? A booming economy? I don't know. But they're acting like Trump has been. But hold on, I just want to say this, though, that now they are now talking about AOC and lots of other people. We need to have a list of everybody who enabled Donald Trump, and we're going to have this list, and you won't be able to sit on the company board. You get a job in academia. This will be the shame list. And this shows exactly how authoritarian their instincts really are. After claiming that Trump was the authoritarian, well, oh, no. Turns out that was all just a projection, Rowan. These guys are the real fascists.
Well, if they've got a list, it's going to be a bloody long one because Trump had more than 70 million votes. That's the biggest vote any Republican has ever had in an election. In fact, it's the biggest vote anybody has had other than Joe Biden in any election. So,
exactly.
So if they've got a list, it's going to be a bloody long one. But you'd think they'd be happy, Rowan. You'd think after 4 years of Trump and finally prevailing, they'd be happy. But no, they're still crying at CNN. Have a look at this.
It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people.
It was all about emotion. It was only ever about emotion. Yep.
Of course. And Don Lemon from CNN, I think we've got a tweet from him, which is ridiculous. He's acting like he's a victim of war. He's just got some sort of post-traumatic stress from 4 years of Trump.
So he's saying, I don't speak for my... I'll read it out. I don't dare speak for my colleagues, but I can't tell you how difficult it's been as a journalist to cover this dark part of our history. Let's hope the attacks on journalism and everyone ends. Time to move into the light. Hallelujah. There you go, Don
Hallelujah. Can I make another point here, Rowan,
yes.
too? Because all of these people, all these Twitter lefties, and Jennifer Rubin's from the Washington Post, and everybody else.
She's a conservative.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine, Rita. I got a bridge down in Brooklyn to sell you. And all of these people who in Australia, there's so many Australians who, spent the last 4 years neurotically tweeting from their sofas about how horrible it was. But I'll tell you something. When Rita and I heard the news about all of this and that CNN had certified Joe Biden, because, of course, CNN is now the constitutional news network that decides whether the president is certified.
Nice. Yeah.
We didn't do a certain thing. We didn't just sort of jump down on our knees and go, ah!
It's crazy. It seems
I was rehearsing. She's my favourite. Let's do it together. Because then they can play that clip. They can play that clip forever, like that wonderful lady from 4 years ago. I wonder if she'll be dancing to today.
No, because I'm actually happy to see some of the people dancing and being joyous. Some of them are even waving American flags that were burning just a week ago.
Oh, they'll make the list for that. They'll make the list for that.
They'll probably be on the list. But you know what? I'm actually happy to see that because there are some who are still so miserable. Even when they win, they're miserable. But I think we've got some shots of the celebrations from D.C. If we can have a look at this.
Yeah, that's up.
Every Trump rally has been called a super spreader event. But the media seems to have no qualms about thousands of people all huddled together, dancing, singing, hugging. The stench of marijuana is thick in the air from people who are there. Apparently, COVID doesn't exist if you're celebrating a Biden.
Well, James and Rita.
Rita's not being fair.
Yep. Sorry, James.
I just want to say Rita's not being fair because we have known for months now about the coronavirus that it is a very smart and dastardly virus.
That's right.
And it knows that if you're at a Black Lives Matter rally, it doesn't spread. But if you're at a Trump event at the Trump White House, then it's a super spreader event. We know that this is a very cagey virus and it knows your politics.